I've been asked to ask whether there should be an asterisk associated with this championship based upon the fact that the season was unlike any other, that there were players who didn't play, that all the different things that went on. Should there be an asterisk next to this championship?
An asterisk to say that this was a great accomplishment, like this was better than the other ones. Like, I don't understand. Like, usually when I hear that, people are saying, like, it didn't really count. Like, so I don't really know what that means. And I would say, and I've heard Coach Saban say that this team accomplished more than any other team. And I would say in this season, and this only season, any team that played football accomplished more than they had accomplished in the past, and accomplished more than anything that they could have imagined to accomplish, to go through what these teams went through with the testing every day and not know if they're going to play and games being canceled and not being able to practice. So I don't know what the asterisk would be about unless it was to say that this team accomplished more than any other team that had played college football had accomplished. And I think a lot of teams across this country, all of them need to put an asterisk next to this season because it's very impressive where we ended up. Because in the beginning, it did not look like we would ever get here.
Yes, and the hurdles, I'm so glad you said that because that's exactly what I was going to say, Paul Finebaum. Yes, there should be an asterisk next to this one. This one was greater than any other that has ever come before it based upon all of the extenuating circumstances. That's just one person's opinion. Paul, what's yours?
It's the same. When we hear asterisks in sports, we think of Roger Maris and Babe Ruth, a different set of games for an individual award. But this season is not about that. This season was about the most difficult task I think college football has ever had to endure. And in Alabama's case, they won 13 games. They played a 10-game SEC schedule plus an SEC game in the championship game, plus two semifinal and a final game. So I think anyone who brings that up is just, frankly, a moron. Had Ohio State won, there could have been more of a conversation about it. But this season was legit in every step of the way, in every facet, and I know why the question was asked, and I think Joey answered it eloquently. But to even have a conversation about whether this is legit or not is beyond comprehension.
So I think we all agree on that. So, Dan, let me just come to you because you were there for so much of it. You covered a game every single week and did it. So can you describe for the audience that may not know just what these kids went through? Forget the coach. I mean, the coach is getting paid millions of dollars to be there and do all that. What all of these kids across the country went through in order to play this sport they love.
Yeah, reminder, they're 18 to 22 years old kids. And, Joey, you know this, like when you go play college sports, one of the incredible aspects of it is the relationships that are built because you're with each other all the time, hanging out, having dinners together, working. I mean, these guys had structured workouts when they could be in their weight room and when they couldn't be in. They couldn't eat together. Their travel was different. They couldn't hang out and play video games together or whatever. And there was this constant mental attrition with these 18 to 22-year-old kids of opt in, opt out. Season starts, season doesn't matter. We have practice today. We don't have practice today. You got to learn on a computer instead of on the field. Like everything that these guys had to go through that they're not equipped to go through. And then to be able to play as well as they did, I think the two things that stand out the most to me, Greeny, is the fact that I had conversations with so many kids and so many coaches, and the overwhelming kind of message they said was they had gone weeks without really diving into football. It was everything else, weeks diving into football. I remember sitting down with Ryan Day, and after the conversations that we had, turning to my play-by-play guy, Bob Wischusen, and going, he looks worn out. I mean, he looks absolutely worn out with everything that he's dealt with. For them to go and even get their games in is a remarkable accomplishment for college football.
Yeah, the word that I would use to describe it, honestly, as sort of an old cynical sports fan myself, is inspirational. It was inspiring to see how badly these kids wanted to have the opportunity to play. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.